All right, so we are back with season 2 of our Colts Dynasty series. Again, if you're new, welcome on into the series. This is a bit of a different franchise series than what I've done before. Basically, every episode is an entire season. So let's recap very quickly what happened. Last season, we were not very good at all, but we made some key trades, especially with the Cleveland Browns. So we ended up with the 1, 2, and 5 picks in the NFL draft. We use those to acquire guys like the quarterback Deion Yancey, like the tight end Antonio Reese, like the guard Todd Morley, as well as Harding, Duval, and Hoskins on the defensive side. We also traded one of those picks to the Eagles for Cooper DeJean. So, as you can see, this team has a ton of potential, especially with all of these, hidden dev trait guys that we have on the team. This is pretty much what I think the team is going to look like going into season 2. The only thing is we may want another receiver. We have Josh Downs, and it's kind of a big drop off to Adonai Mitchell and Treylon Burks. Honestly, we could probably see Reese play a little bit of receiver. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. He's 6'5". He has 87 speed. I don't know. We'll see. Also, probably see if anyone comes up on the trade block or in free agency. But the big question we have to answer right now to start season 2, before we even get into the preseason, is since we drafted Deion Yancey with the number 2 overall pick, what do we do with Anthony Richardson now? I am recording this 24 hours after the Colts in real life named Daniel Jones the starter over Anthony Richardson. So I'm going to do what I think the Colts will likely end up doing anyways, and that is trade him away. Now, there are some pretty good offers here. Like Luther Burden would be a phenomenal get, but I don't think the Bears would trade for Anthony Richardson. They have Caleb Williams that they're trying to develop. Carson Schweschinger would be an awesome pickup. This is the one I want to do. Now, I get it. A superstar X Factor second or third year, I guess at this point, player in Marvin Harrison Jr. for Anthony Richardson. Maybe not the best, most realistic trade, but I mean, bringing Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Colts, where his father was a Hall of Famer, and getting a second round pick. In fact, I'm gonna see if I take that off, if I can get a first instead. No, okay. So let me get that second and this second. See if I can get there first next year, actually. So in the end, we are trading Anthony Richardson, our 6th round pick this year and our 4th next year, to the Cardinals for Marvin Harrison Jr. and their 1st round pick next year. I think this is very lopsided trade, but I don't care. I'm going with it. So there he is, Marvin Harrison Jr., the superstar X Factor. He's only an 82 overall, so I guess he hasn't really developed much. I'm curious what his stats looked like last year, and yeah, he only caught 52 passes, 606 yards, and only 4 touchdowns last year. So I think it's a good change of scenery for him. He hasn't really gotten as much targets as he would probably like, so he will definitely get that here with the young rookie quarterback. And when you look at all the talent around this rookie quarterback now you've got Josh Downs and Marvin Harrison Jr., you've got Jonathan Taylor and Zach Charbonnet, you've got a really good offensive line, and you've got 2 great tight ends. Honestly, I don't see why he couldn't step in and just be amazing immediately. And then the defense, we have some aging talent in like Buckner and Moore, but we're bringing in guys like Cooper DeJean, like Ed Oliver, like Latu and JT, and all of our hidden dev trait guys here, the linebackers and the safety. Honestly, I don't see why this team shouldn't make the playoffs this year if our quarterback that we drafted with the number 2 overall pick turns out to be as good as we hoped. Now let's take a little bit of a closer look at him. He is 22 years old, 6'3", out of Oklahoma State. He has the strong arm archetype. He has 97 throw power, 83 short accuracy, 81 medium, 78 deep accuracy, 74 awareness, 77 throw on the run, 81 break sack, 76 speed. So he's not super fast. He's not going to be, like AR was, where, he could scramble around all the time. But filling out my abilities here, we're going to do after-school tutors, so we get the additional focus players and the increased training. We're definitely going to do the increased quarterback progression. We're going to do this one where we get the boosts to XP during the training camp mini games because we're about to do those. We're going to do the linebacker increased XP because we have a lot of young linebackers. And then we have this one again, so I'm curious if this would stack, so we would have the 4 and a 2 XP boost for this week. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, where is it? This one, so I could hire 3 tier 2 scouts. So that's who we're going with for our abilities right now. And we can already see Ryan Hoskins' dev trait, it looks like. So it looks like he will definitely be a superstar X Factor, which is awesome to see. Tavon Johnson is another guy we drafted. He's normal dev, but he's only 21 and already a 77 overall, which is really cool to see. Kind of want to make Marvin Harrison one of our focus players. That way we can get him up to where he should be as an X Factor at 24 years old. I would love Adonis Reese to be one of our guys. I would love for Todd Morley to be a focus player for us. And I would love, some of our young edge rushers to get that, as well as, these linebackers that we drafted. So I really don't know where to put guys, who to put in and who not to put in for extra development. We'll have to see. We will expand to 6 next week once we get those extra ones. And I think for now, we're going to probably focus on the linebackers because that's just an area we really, really need them to pan out. And of course, our quarterback, Dion Yancey, will be one of our focus players. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop in and do our training camp mini games, and we'll see how well that that ability helps us out with boosting our players here from these mini games. All right, so after doing that, we've got quite a few skill upgrades for some of these guys. Like Marvin Harrison Jr.'s got 4. Our quarterback has 3 already. The right guard has 3. Tavon Johnston has 2. So yeah, a lot of skill upgrades for guys here after those training camps. So Marvin's number isn't retired in the game for the Colts. So I'm just going to give Marvin Harrison Jr. his father's number so they both get to wear 88. All right, so here's how the team's looking going into week 1 of season 2. Yancey's jumped all the way up to a 79 from a 73 when we drafted him. So he has had a phenomenal offseason. We're about to reveal his dev trait here. Speaking of guys that have jumped up a ton, Marvin Harrison, we got him at an 82. He's jumped up to an 87. So definitely a good 1-2 combo there for the receivers. And then we've got Warren and Reese there at tight end. We did find out Morley's dev trait. It is star, but he's a 77 overall as a rookie. So definitely happy with that. Offensive line looking really, really good. And then defense is looking good as well. Harding's all the way up to a 79. And then Hoskins at a 86 as a rookie. Defensive line's looking good. Very happy with how everything looks right now. And yeah, definitely excited to see how this team plays. But let's hop into week 1, the NFL debut of Dion Yancey and so many other of our new rookies. All right, we're going to hop into this one. 2-minute warning. It is tied 24-24 here against the Bengals and Joe Burrow. Let's see if in his NFL debut, Dion Yancey can lead us down the field for a game-winning drive. He'll drop to throw on 1st and 10. Forced out of the pocket, and he's sacked, and the ball comes out. Not how we wanted that possible game-winning drive to go. Daquan Jones falls on it, and the Bengals have it back. Not how we wanted things to go for the Rook there. Now things are back in the hands of Joe Burrow, and he's going to hand it off to his running back, try to get outside, breaks off the first tackle, but he's going backwards, losing yardage there. Big loss on the play there by Nick Chubb, a loss of 7 as the Colts call their first time out of the half. Now all the way back at the 32 after the big loss on 1st down, Burrow in the gun. He'll drop to throw here. He's going to throw quickly to his tight end. It breaks off the tackle, and he's going to get all the way down inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. A nice pickup there, as it'll be 3rd and 8 coming up. Colts call their second timeout. They have 1 remaining here. And if you're the Colts, if you can get a stop here, force them to kick a field goal, then, there's still plenty of opportunity to go down the field and score and either tie and send this game to overtime or possibly get a touchdown and win this game. But we'll have to see here on 3rd and 8 as Burrow going to fake the screen, now throwing deep towards the end zone, and it's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Cooper DeJean in on the coverage there along with the safety Nick Cross. Good coverage to knock that away as it'll be 4th and 8. Colts will preserve at 1 timeout as the Bengals will go for a go-ahead field goal with 1:36. The kick is up and it is good, so they will take a 27-24 lead here late in this one. And now here comes the rookie quarterback in his debut, hoping to have things go a little bit better than they did on the last drive. Down by 3 with under 90 seconds to go. And we're going to hand it off to Jonathan Taylor up the middle. Not sure about the play calling there. It'll be a 4-yard game. Jonathan Taylor has had a very good game, over 100 yards here in the season opener. Now Yancey back to throw on 2nd and 6, stepping up in the pocket, looking, going to throw underneath for Adonai Mitchell. He'll get the first down and go down, but he's inbounds here, and he is hurt, so the Colts will be forced to call their final timeout with 1:09 remaining. They're all the way down at their own 45-yard line here. Need about another 15, 20 yards maybe to get into field goal range. Yancey back to throw on 1st down, standing in the pocket, now forced out, rolling, and he's looking, and he's going down, sacked on the play. Malik Hooker, the former Colt, the safety out of Ohio State, comes up to make the sack. It's a loss of only 1. Clock is ticking, though. We're under a minute to go. Yancey calling his guys back. He'll drop to throw here, throwing quickly underneath there, and it's going to be Adonis, the tight end that we took in the draft, getting a nice little 6-yard pickup there. It's 3rd and 5, 40 seconds to go. Yancey back to throw on 3rd down, now stepping up, looking, and he's going to tuck it and run, and he will get the first down to the 44, and they're going to try and clock it here. It'll be under 30 seconds to go here when they get the spike off. He spikes it with 28 seconds remaining here. Now 2nd and 10 after the spike. Bengals showing some pressure here. Yancey back to throw. Stepping up in the pocket, now stepping up again, still looking downfield, now just going to dump it off underneath here for Taylor, and he'll pick up only 3 yards. 20 seconds left. They're going to have to clock it again here, and it'll be 4th down with 10 seconds remaining now. 4th and 7 from the 41. This would be about a 58-yard field goal attempt if they decided to kick it, and that is exactly what they will do. The Bengals will call a timeout to try and ice the kicker, Spencer Schrader, here for the Colts. Is that even who our kicker is? I think he left in free agency, so I actually don't know who our kicker is. It's some guy. Here we go. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, I don't think it's got the leg. Does it? And no, it does not, but there was a flag on the play roughing the kicker, and he will get another shot from 15 yards closer. It goes from a 58-yarder to about a 43-yarder. This one is up, and the second try is good. The Colts tie it up. Burrow back to throw here on a Hail Mary try, and it lets loose, and it's going to get down to about the 15-yard line, and it'll fall incomplete. So we will go to overtime here in Week 1 in Indianapolis, as Joe Burrow and Deion Yancey have battled it out here. We do win the toss here, so we will get the ball, see if our rookie quarterback can lead a game-winning drive in overtime in his NFL debut. Here we go, 1st and 10. Look at the total yardage difference between the Colts and the Bengals in this game, and yet somehow we've round up in overtime as Taylor's going to get it and actually lose a yard there on the 1st down run, so it'll be 2nd and 11 coming up. Yancey in the gun here, 3 wide receivers to his left. He'll drop to throw, under pressure, going to throw quickly, and he's found his man Adonai Mitchell past the 35, and a nice pickup there. Yancey, you see there, thrown for over 200 yards, but still has not found the end zone. He's thrown 2 interceptions, also had the lost fumble, so still looking for his first career touchdown. Play action here for Yancey, going to throw over the middle, and he's got Mitchell again. Actually, that's going to be Josh Downs, the slot receiver, with a big pickup all the way down to the 42. So Colts moving the ball nicely here on this overtime drive. 5 wide here for the Colts. Yancey in the gun. He'll drop to throw, throwing quickly on a little screen pass out to the right. It'll be a pickup of about 2 there on the quick throw. 2nd and 8 here, ball at the 39. Jumbo formation here for the Colts. Play action. Yancey going to throw it towards the right sideline. He's got Tyler Warren inside the 20, out at the 19. Beautiful throw there as Warren was wide open on the cover 2 beater there. Now bunch formation here for Yancey as he drops the throw, throwing over the middle, and again he finds Tyler Warren on a crosser all the way down to the 8. 1st and goal for the Colts. Now Yancey dropping to throw, looking towards the outside, and he's going to find a guy there for a pickup of 5. That's going to make it 2nd and goal. believe that was Treylon Burks. Now pitch play to Jonathan Taylor, and he's going to get in the end zone, and that's going to do it. The Colts walk it off in week 1. Jonathan Taylor wins it after a beautiful drive put together by the number 2 overall pick, Dion Yancey, full of great throws. They go to the veteran running back on the pitch play, and he does what he has done ever since he was drafted all those years ago. He's put this Colts team on his back and found a way to score and win games. Okay, I guess I don't know the overtime rules. I thought that only in the playoffs does scoring a touchdown not win you the game immediately. But I guess now the Bengals get a chance to answer our touchdown. Burrow in the gun, he'll drop to throw, throwing quickly over the middle, and that's going to be a pickup of about 8 there as he finds his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 2nd and 2 after the quick pickup. Man in motion out to the left, Burrow back to throw, under pressure, hit as he throws, and the receiver can't hang on. Gesicki was the intended target there. Great play by the linebacker coming up and knocking that out of the hands as Burrow took a heck of a shot up the middle there. Now Burrow back to throw, has time, going to look for Gesicki again, and this time he's able to hang on to it. And it'll be a first down to move the chains down to the 39. Now trips to the left here for Burrow. He's in the gun. Motions his receiver, or his running back out of the backfield. Drops the throw, has time, going to find T. Higgins there, and it'll be a pickup of about 6 on the little crosser route. That'll make it 2nd and 4. Ball at the 45-yard line. Burrow drops to throw. Throwing to the right side, and he's got T. Higgins, and he beat Cooper DeJean, and it's a foot race to the end zone. DeJean tracks him down at the 3. But a huge play there. Burrow immediately knew where he was going with it. Higgins beat DeJean one-on-one, and there was no stopping him there. Now Burrow in the gun from the 3, 1st and goal, and he's going to have Mike Gesicki wide open. No one near him. It's actually not Gesicki. It is Andre Iosivas. Yeah, we sold out on the blitz there, and I mean, wide open. No one even close to covering him there. But now we'll get the ball back with 4:12. Plenty of time to go down the field and kick a field goal to win the game, since both teams have now scored touchdowns. Here comes Dion Yancey. He's thrown for over 300 yards in this game, but still looking for his first career passing touchdown. We'll see if he gets it here on his 2nd drive of this overtime game. Colts with over 450 total yards of offense in this game. Hand off to Jonathan Taylor here on 1st down, and he's going to cut back inside and have a nice little pickup of about 5 yards there. Following the 1st down run, it's 2nd and 5. Ball at their own 29-yard line here for the Colts. It's going to be a read option here. Yancey going to keep it. Bounces it outside past the 35, and he'll give himself up at the 37 as he helps move the chains. Yancey not known for his athleticism, but on those rare opportunities, you know, he can make guys miss and do just enough. And he also avoids taking the big shots that other running quarterbacks tend to take. Now he's in the gun after he moved the chains here, and it's going to be another read option where Yancey's going to keep it, and he's going to go down after a gain of only 1. 2nd and 9 here for the Colts. 5 wide receivers spread out. He'll drop the throw. Stepping up, he's going to find Marvin Harrison on a slant over the middle. He'll have the 1st down to the 48-yard line. And boy, Colts fans love to see that. Marvin Harrison Jr. wearing his father's number 88. Here on opening week. Yancey back to throw on 1st down, and he's in trouble going down, sacked on the play. It's Hendrickson and Stewart combining for that sack there, as it'll be a loss of 8. Now all the way back to the 40 here for the Colts, 2nd and 18. Yancey will drop to throw, stepping up now, trying to avoid the pressure, and he'll run forward for a gain of 2. That'll be 3rd and 16. Coming up on a minute to play here in overtime. Yancey looking, and he's hit, and the ball comes out again. Ball is loose. Hendrickson falls on it. And the Bengals will once again take advantage of a 4th turnover by the rookie quarterback and will set themselves up with great field position to hopefully kick a field goal and win this game. Burrow back to throw on 1st down. Finds his Gesicki over the middle on a little curl route. He's just loving those all day today. Picks up 7 there. And the Bengals will call a timeout here with 1:03 remaining. They have 1 remaining here in the overtime. 2nd and 3. Burrow under center drops the throw, and he's going to get hit hard here. There was a flag on the play, but Zaire Franklin took a free run at Joe Burrow there. There was a holding penalty, but it'll be declined to make it 3rd and 8. 4 wide receivers spread out here for Burrow as he's in the gun. He'll drop to throw. Has plenty of time. Now just going to dump it off underneath for his running back, and he'll pick up about a yard. So it'll be 4th and 7. The Bengals will punt. They're going to punt from the 38. Instead of kicking a 54-yard field goal, they will punt it back to the Colts with 32 seconds remaining. The Bengals are playing for the tie. Okay, 1st and 10, 32 seconds left. Yancey going to hand us Taylor as he'll pick up. Oh, he breaks off the tackle, and he's going to keep rolling, and he picks up 15. Bengals call timeout. Shamar Stewart's injured on the play. 26 seconds. We're at our own 35, and we have 2 timeouts. There's a chance we could pick this up, but I feel like the computer is designed to just play for the tie here, and that's what they're going to do, but they're going to keep handing it to Jonathan Taylor. He gets down to the 40. Now we're going to call a timeout and actually try to go and get into field goal range here with about 20 seconds left. But I'm afraid we're going to be headed for the dreaded tie. Yancey in the gun here at the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. 3-man rush for the Bengals, so Yancey has all day. He's going to find Tyler Warren up the seam inside the 40 down to the 36. 8th catch of the day for Tyler Warren. He has over 100 yards. Timeout, Colts. Is that just like that? They're in field goal range. Just like that, we called our final timeout. Oh, look at all of this. Look at all of this area here for our guy, but instead we're going to hand it to Taylor up the middle, and he's going to get great yardage down inside the 25. We need to hurry up to the line and spike it here with under 10 seconds, and we don't do that. We huddled for some reason. We huddled. Why are we huddling? Why are we huddling? Why are you not spiking it there? Why is the computer so fucking stupid in Madden, especially in Super Sim? Fuck! So, first off, computer is stupid in Super Sim and Madden, and it's still this way. I don't understand why it's so stupid, why we huddled there instead of trying to spike the ball, why we called our timeout when we shouldn't have. Don't know. Also, overtime rules in the regular season. If the team that gets the ball first scores a touchdown, overtime is supposed to be over. Madden sucks. We also have 3 injuries from the first game. JT, our starting left edge, is out 4 to 8 weeks. DeForest Buckner's hurt again. Another torn labrum, out 3 to 7 weeks. And then our starting left tackle, Bernard Raymond, is out 3 to 5 weeks with a torn labrum. Oh, gosh. All right, week 2 here at home against the Ravens, hoping to put that whatever that just was against the Bengals behind us and try to get a win against Lamar Jackson, another one of the top quarterbacks in the AFC. So this has not been an easy schedule to start Deion Yancey's NFL career. All right, looks like we were hungry for revenge after last week. It wasn't even close. We blow out the Ravens at home 42 to 21. I'm curious how our quarterback played. He was 21 for 28, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Love to see it. Also, no fumbles for him, as he had 5 carries for 15 yards and a touchdown. Jack Charbonnet, 12 carries, 53 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, 13 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Adonai Mitchell, 6 catches, 81 yards and a touchdown. Josh Downs, 5 catches for 71 and a touchdown. Adonis Reese, 4 catches for 47. Marvin Harrison Jr., 3 catches for 39 yards. Defensively, Nick Cross and Kenny Moore led us with 6 tackles each. 4 TFLs for the D tackle, Tavon Johnston, filling in for the injured DeForest Buckner. Have a game for the Rook. A sack for Kwity Paye, and then interceptions by Cameron Bynum and Jalen Carlis. And then Maddox Trujillo, 6 for 6 on extra points, no field goal attempts. And Deion Yancey's dev trait has been revealed. He is officially a superstar quarterback. I'm going to throw some abilities on him here. Going into week 3, we have some players ready to negotiate, including Josh Downs, one of our top receivers. We've got Quentin Nelson here, Jonathan Taylor, who is getting up there in years. He's 27, about to be 28 this year. Do we want to extend him and continue to pay him a ton of money? Zach Charbonnet, who we traded for as our backup running back. DeForest Buckner is here. Kenny Moore is here. So a lot of our aging veterans are up for new contracts, and it's going to be interesting to see what we do. I do definitely want to bring back Josh Downs and extend him into the future. I feel like, especially with Deion Yancey, having the 1-2 of him and Marvin Harrison Jr., And I don't think 4 years, 70 mil, 16 to 19 mil for a Josh Downs type player isn't bad. I mean, especially when, number one receivers are usually getting paid, now between 25 to 30 mil, possibly sometimes more for the guys like a Jamar Chase or someone like that. Downs isn't there yet, but he's our number one. He's our top receiver, so I'm interested to see if he takes this. He does not. Now, another guy I definitely want back is Quentin Nelson. Now he's 30, but in Madden, especially with interior offensive linemen, they kind of age very well. They don't hit as hard of a regression. So if I can get him for another 3 years, have him the future Hall of Famer that we drafted all those years ago, play his entire career here in Indianapolis, I'm down for it. He doesn't want to accept yet. Now, we still have 72 mil in cap space. Jonathan Taylor, could we make him a career running back? I mean, honestly, if I can bring this down just a little bit, I am not upset with those numbers. And honestly, I'll throw another year on there to sort of help with bringing down the money a bit. And there we go. Jonathan Taylor's going to be here through his age 31 season. I'm perfectly okay with that. And then have Zach Charbonnet be here as well as a backup. He's not really interested. That's okay. Juju Brents, we'll kind of look at after the season. Honestly, I would look to move Buckner once he's not injured. I'm going to look to move him. I looked to move him last year, but he was injured, and I accidentally put him on injured reserve, not knowing I couldn't take him off injured reserve. But now I definitely want to try to trade him this year, especially with, Tavon Johnston, 4 TFLs in a game, man. Yeah, definitely. Let's get him the playing time he needs. And Ed Oliver. We're kind of set at D-tackle. We don't really need to force Buckner back. Kenny Moore is kind of the same way. Like, I wouldn't be upset with trying to trade him, especially if he wants 20 mil a season. Like, I know he's been here forever with the Colts, but we could get someone good to replace him. Like, we could get a Will Johnson with all of these picks from the Cardinals, or we could get an Xavier Worthy or George Pickens. There's guys that we can get back for Kenny Moore. And we could probably get some good picks, I think, if we played our cards right. But I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to wait until the trade deadline to trade anybody. But we're not going to be extending Kenny Moore yet. We're not going to be extending, I don't think, anyone else yet. Because we kind of want to focus on our top guys. Ryan Kelly's another guy we might bring back. He's going to be 34. We'll see after the season how his regression hits him. We will have to pick up the options on Marvin Harrison Jr. and Latu. Going into our week 3 game, we're going to be missing Tyler Warren, Bernard Raymond, Matt Goncalves, who's our backup right guard, and JT and DeForest Buckner. So a lot of guys injured here early for us. But with Tyler Warren being out, that's going to give Adonis Reese a good chance to get some playing time and get some shine here. All right, let's hop in here. Week 3, our first divisional game here against Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans. Another home game, so 3 straight home games for us to open the year. Another game with a high-scoring affair. It wasn't really this close throughout most of the game when I was super simming. They scored a couple of garbage time touchdowns, but we win it 35-28 over a big-time divisional rival. You see here both quarterbacks had great games. Cam Ward, 39 for 57, 370 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Deion Yancey, 19 for 28, 290 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jonathan Taylor, 14 carries, 53 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Deion Yancey, 12 carries for 50 yards on the day. Marvin Harrison, 6 catches for 64 yards on the day. Adonis Reese filling in for the injured Tyler Warren, 4 catches for 37 yards. Josh Downs showing off 4 catches, 123 yards, and 2 touchdowns as we're negotiating that big contract extension with him. Taylor, 3 catches, 43 yards out of the backfield, and Adonai Mitchell, 2 catches, 23 yards, and a touchdown. 8 tackles by Moore and Bynum led the way today. Only 1 TFL from Kenny Moore. We had the sack for Latu, and then an interception for Jalen Carlos. And then Trujillo was 5 for 5 on extra points. But another good win there, so we moved to 2-0-1. I hate that I'm going to have to do the and 1 for the entire season. Oh, but we have another new injury. Latu's going to be out. So both of my starting edge rushers are out. My starting D tackle is out. My starting left tackle is out. And my starting tight end is out. Just great. Love it. I'm going to turn down the injury slider. It's at 25. I'm going to turn it down to like 15, I think is what the default is. Actually, what is the default? Is the default 25? Okay, injuries are, I guess default is 50. That would be crazy. I'm going to turn it down to 20 for now. We may turn it down a little bit more if we need to. Well, that's how we'll do it for now. Moving on to week 4. All right, so after that big performance by Downs, I'm going to come back and offer him a little bit more on the deal, as well as a 5th year. So 5 years, 92 mil. He says the offer is getting tempting. So maybe at the end of the year, because a lot of the things that he's not interested in, I think, is like not having a franchise quarterback. Deion Yancey continues to develop. He's probably going to get labeled as a franchise quarterback. All right, week 4, we've got the Jets coming here. Another home game. So I'm going to check our schedule because we've got like a ton of home games to start the year. Yeah, 4 home games, but we've got the stretch of 5 straight road games and 7 of 8 games between week 8 and week 16 are on the road. So yeah, very, very interesting distribution of our home and away games this year, it would seem. All right, this one wasn't quite as good as our last couple of games have been. We get blown out at home 45-14. Just an awful performance all around for the team. Justin Fields, 24 for 33, 227 yards, 4 touchdowns and a pick. Yancey, 11 for 23, 110 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Jonathan Taylor, 13 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown. He did have a fumble, though. Josh Downs, 5 catches for 56 yards. Tyler Warren, 3 catches for 31 and a touchdown. Not much from the rest of the receiving core. Defense, Cameron Bynum had 9 tackles on the day. No TFLs. 2 sacks for Ed Oliver, 1 for Cameron Bynum, and 1 for Tavon Johnston. And then Jalen Carlos had the interception for us. All right, so we do get Josh Downs to re-sign on a fat contract extension. Now I'm going to try to do the same here with Mr. Nelson. Do we get it? It's getting close. It's getting close at least. All right, week 5 game at Tennessee. We beat them a couple weeks ago, so hopefully we can do that again. Sweep the season series against our divisional rival. Team's up to an 88 overall, which is crazy. I mean, the amount of guys we brought in this last offseason is just incredible. All right, we did not sweep the season series against the Titans. We lose 34-9 on the road. It was never close at all. And it looks like Deion had a bit of a rough day. Cam Ward, again, 31 for 38, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Yancey, 16 for 32, only 180 yards and a touchdown and a pick. He also had 9 carries for 28 yards, only 5 carries for Jonathan Taylor. So we only had like 40-something plays, it looks like. Maybe around 50 plays. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there. Yeah, we only ran 46 total plays. The Titans just dominated time of possession. I mean, look at that. They had the ball for almost 20 minutes more than we did in this game. Adonai Mitchell, 5 catches for 53 yards and a touchdown. Josh Downs, 4 catches for 46 yards. Marvin Harrison Jr., 4 catches for 47 yards. Cooper DeJean had 13 total tackles in this game. We had 1 TFL from Tavon Johnston, a sack for Tavon Johnston as well. Ed Oliver had a sack, and then Javarius Ward and Cameron Bynum combined for a sack. And then Ryan Hoskins, the rookie, gets his first career interception in this game. Maddox Trujillo, 1 for 1 on field goals, and then 0 for 1 on extra points. It got blocked, it looks like. So back-to-back blowout losses where we're giving up a ton of points. Definitely need to turn that around soon. All right, hopping into our week 6 game at home against the Houston Texans. This would be a big game if we could get the win here. I hit the wrong button, didn't I? I hit simulate the week. Oh well, at least we won. Sucks that we didn't get to see it, but we won a close one, 34-27, which is nice. All right, now for week 7, we're going to play, not advance week, play the game so we can actually watch it. At home against the Jags. Let's go, another divisional game. All right, we drop another one. We fall to 3-3-1 as we lose 30-17 at home to the Jags. Lawrence just completely lit up our defense. 33 for 38, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Yancey, 16 for 30, 206 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Jonathan Taylor, 12 carries for 53 yards. Yancey, 8 carries for 25 yards on the day. Josh Downs had a really good day, though. 8 catches, 141 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tyler Warren, 4 catches for 30 yards. No one else really did a whole lot in the passing game. 12 total tackles for Jalen Carlos, 2 TFLs for Parker Duvall, and then 1 for Johnston, JT, and Ed Oliver. Sacks for Derek Harding, Ed Oliver, and DeForest Buckner in his first game back, which is nice to see. So our stats are kind of messed up right now looking at it. We've got like one of the top offenses, even though we haven't really been playing that well. And we have the worst defense because we're just giving up a ton of points. I think it might be because I have the quarters turned up so much. They are at 15. I'm going to probably drop them down to like 12 for the next few games and see how that goes and see if that kind of corrects it. But another divisional game. Like we've had like a ton of divisional games in a row here. So we've had Titans, Texans, Jags, now Texans again, and then we have another Jags one. So we're kind of getting all of our divisional games out of the way here early. Not sure how I feel about that. But we're currently leading the division at 3-3-1, tied with Houston, who's 3-3. Jacksonville's 3-4. Tennessee is 2-4. We are also at week 8. So I've been talking about possibly trading DeForest Buckner for a while now, and I do want to see what the offers are for him. There's Mekhi Becton, George Karlaftis from the Chiefs. Would be a really good edge rusher at age 25. I'm kind of good on edge, but I mean, that's definitely an upgrade over Latu and JT. Marshawn Lattimore. Jonas Sanker would be interesting, plus a second-round pick. 23-year-old free safety with star dev. I don't know. I don't know if we move on from Buckner at this point, because he is going to be expensive to bring back. Otherwise, we're just going to lose him. And Quentin Nelson says he wants to play for a new team next year. We're probably going to franchise tag him. Yeah, DeForest Buckner wants 20 mil to come back next year. Like, we just don't have that. And he is valuable. Like, we could probably get something for him. Kenny Moore wants 20 mil to come back next year. Another guy we could probably get something for and continue to build this team up. Now, if we trade both of them, we're basically selling on the year. And we're basically saying, you know, hey, we're going to try to compete next year instead, which I understand might not be the most popular decision. Ooh, this Eagles trade looks good. All right, so we're making another deal with the Cardinals. We're sending DeForest Buckner a third this year, a fifth next year, and a third 2 years from now for the Cardinals' first-round pick this year, which is currently projected to be the top pick, and their 2028 second-round pick. All right, and we're trading Kenny Moore to the Broncos for their second and third pick this year and their second and third pick next year. I'm kind of missing. I've used a lot of like my second, third, and fourth round picks to move up for first round picks, so I kind of need to fill in those middle rounds as well. So I think that's a really good trade for us. All right, time for another divisional matchup. Thursday Night Football on the road in Houston. We beat them 2 weeks ago, so hopefully we can beat them here. Our team overall dropped 2 whole points from an 88 to an 86 after trading DeForest Buckner and Kenny Moore, by the way. So another close loss here in the division as we fall to 3-4-1 against the Texans. We split the season series with them. Demetrius Kellum had a pretty good game. Is CJ Stroud hurt? Yancey had a good game, 19 for 29, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did throw another interception, though. Jonathan Taylor, 15 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown on the day. Josh Downs, 7 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown. Tyler Warren, 6 catches for 65 yards. Adonai Mitchell, 3 catches for 52 yards, and then Marvin Harrison Jr., 2 catches for 26 yards. 8 tackles for Cooper DeJean led the way for the team. 2 TFLs for Tavon Johnston, 1 for JT and 1 for Ed Oliver. 2 sacks for Tavon Johnston, 1 for Derek Harving, and 1 for Ed Oliver. So Tavon Johnston, you know, with us trading away DeForest Buckner, he's really got to step up, and he's doing it. I mean, he's played great as a rookie here so far up the middle. We do have an injury, though, as Cooper DeJean has a torn labrum. He's going to be out 3 to 7 weeks. But that is our only injury at the moment, so thankfully the rest of the team seems to have gotten healthy. All right, now we've got Week 9 on the road against the Cleveland Browns. They have a really good defense, but we're higher rated than them, so hopefully we can pull off a win. All right, a hard-fought defensive battle. We win it 20-14 here in Cleveland. Great game for the defense, holding Cleveland to only 14 points. Love to see that. Shador played all right. He actually had 2 touchdowns on the day. Yancey, 21 for 26, 222 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Jonathan Taylor, 18 carries, 58 yards, and a touchdown. Yancey, 10 carries for 45 yards on the day. Marvin Harrison Jr., 5 catches for 39 yards. Josh Downs, 3 catches for 47. Tyler Warren, 3 catches for 45. Zach Charbonnet, 2 catches for 48 yards out of the backfield. And then Adonis Reese had the 1 touchdown, 2 catches for 5 yards. 5 tackles by Cameron Bynum led the way. TFLs for Tavon Johnston and Ed Oliver. Half a sack for Bynum and JT. And then no interceptions. All right, now Week 10 going up against the Chargers, who are only 3-5, and they're only an 82 overall, which is weird. Quick update on the standings. We're still leading the AFC South, but it is super close. All of us have 4 wins. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to really go on a nice little winning streak here if we want to run away with the division. All right, we drop another one here. It's a close one. We were trying to make the comeback, just couldn't get the defensive stop we need as we lose this one 20-17 on the road in Los Angeles. Yancey had a pretty good game, 20 for 27, 268 yards, 1 touchdown, avoided turning the ball over, which is nice. 9 carries, only 39 yards on the day for Jonathan Taylor, though. I mean, only 41 offensive plays for us, 50 for Los Angeles. Not sure how I feel about that. 6 catches for 67 yards and a touchdown by Tyler Warren. 4 catches, 66 yards by Adonai Mitchell. 4 for 55 by Josh Downs. 3 for 41 by Marvin Harrison Jr. And then 3 for 39 by Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. 9 total tackles for Tavon Johnson led the way, along with 2 TFLs for him. We also had Jalen Jones and Parker Duvall getting TFLs. 2.5 sacks for Tavon Johnston. Also, Jalen Johnson had a half sack as well. So, I mean, Johnston just tearing it up ever since we traded away DeForest Buckner. And Tavon Johnson has 2 skill point upgrades after that huge game of his. So definitely nice to see him progressing. Now Braden Smith, our right tackle, is going to be out 3 to 5 weeks. Love to see it. All right, after the bye, we're in week 12 going up against the Steelers on the road. And we've dropped all the way down to last in the AFC South, but only a game back. So it's like, I mean, a single win or loss. So crucial at this point in the season. All right, we're going to hop in. It's a 13-10 game. The Steelers lead it with 90 seconds left. We're going to hop in and watch it and see if we can go down the field and get this win. We're deep in our own territory to start this. Yancey in the gun here, 3 wide spread out for him. He's going to drop to throw. Under pressure immediately, got to roll out, and he's going to take off running for it. He'll have the first, hit hard, but gets all the way down to the 30-yard line there. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6. Yancey in the gun, ball at our own 34. We still have 2 timeouts here. Gotta get rid of it here under pressure, and he just held that way too long. Way too long. Highsmith and Watt combined for the sack there. It's all the way back to the 23. It's going to be 3rd and 17 now as Yancey drops to throw. Again, under pressure, got to step up. He's lofting this one deep. Down the left sideline, looking for Marvin Harrison, and it's knocked away incomplete by Joey Porter Jr. And that's going to make it 4th and 17. Wanted the one-on-one shot. And, I mean, just good one-on-one defense there by Porter. Final chance for the Colts here. Yancey back to throw. Throwing it down the seam. And it looked like Treylon Burks got his hands on it, but couldn't quite haul it in. Or no, that was Josh Downs. Got his hands on it, but a big hit there by the safety knocks it out. And that's going to do it for this one. All right, divisional matchup again on the road against the Jags. Another team that we're much higher rated than, but it'll be interesting to see if we actually play better than them on Thursday night prime time. All right, that's a big-time divisional win. 24-17 here in Duval. As hopefully that helps us climb back into the playoff race here. Lawrence did not have a good game. 21 for 33, 175 yards, 2 picks on the day. Yancey only had 1 incompletion, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. Love to see that. 21 carries and 73 yards for Jonathan Taylor on the day. 6 catches, 82 yards for Adonai Mitchell. 5 catches for 51 yards by Josh Downs. 3 catches for 46 by Marvin Harrison. 2 catches, 32 yards, and a touchdown for Tyler Warren. And then Zach Charbonnet also had a receiving touchdown out of the backfield. Defensively, Jalen Carlos led us with 9 tackles, TFLs for Bynum and Latu, 1 sack for Tavon Johnston, and then interceptions for Javarius Ward and Cooper DeJean in his first game back, which is nice to see. All right, now we got a home game against the Bears, who are having a pretty good season. They're 7-5, but we're higher rated than them, so hopefully we can actually pull off this win. All right, so much for that. We got absolutely torched this game at home, 37-10. We fall to 5-7-1 on the year. Williams just absolutely torched us. 187 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yancey only 163 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks on the day. And then Jonathan Taylor, 11 carries, 68 yards. Yancey did have a rushing touchdown, though, which is kind of cool. Josh Downs, 5 catches for 61 yards. Adonai Mitchell, 3 catches for 41 yards. Marvin Harrison Jr., only 1 catch for 16 yards. He just hasn't been getting targeted that much this year. Jalen Carlos, 10 tackles on the day, 3 TFLs for Latu, 2 for Ed Oliver, and then 1 for Parker Duvall and Derek Harding. No sacks on the day and no interceptions. That could be a good reason for why Caleb Williams just absolutely torched our defense. And we drop another one as the back half of the season kind of starts to spiral. We lose 24-17 on the road against the Commanders here. Yancey, 18 for 25, 185 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Jonathan Taylor, 16 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. finally had a pretty decent game, 7 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Tyler Warren, 6 catches for 82 yards on the day. Defensively, Bynum had 9 tackles, DeJean had 8, TFLs for JT and Tavon Johnston, 2 sacks for Ed Oliver, and 2 for Tavon Johnston, but still not enough to come away with the win. We may need to change our offensive playbook, because this playbook is still, set up for Anthony Richardson, so we may need to get a new playbook that sort of is more tailored to Yancey's play style next season. Oh, and now Jonathan Taylor's going to be out basically the rest of the season, so that's fun. All right, at this point, we are eliminated basically from a playoff contention, unless we were to just win out, and then everyone else was to lose out. But I think we're basically eliminated from playoff contention, so I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the end of the regular season and see how we end up doing. So we finished the season and we got fired, so I'm going to have to do something to get us back on the team. Not sure exactly how to go about doing that, but we'll check out the stats for our team on the year. I mean, Deion Yancey had a pretty good rookie season. 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, only 12 picks. Did get sacked 50 times, which is rough. Jonathan Taylor, 209 carries, 907 yards, 12 touchdowns. Deion Yancey, way too many carries. This is Colts playbook, so we'll have to change that up. Josh Downs, 84 catches, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Really, really good. Adonai Mitchell, 61 catches, 699 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tyler Warren, 62 catches, 691 yards, 5 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison Jr., 57 catches, 668 yards, and 3 touchdowns. In the defense, we had, 15 TFLs for the rookie Tavon Johnson. He also had 12 sacks to lead the team. Ed Oliver had 9.5. Latu had 2.5. JT had 2.5. 3 picks by Jalen Carlos led the team. Cooper DeJean and Travarius Ward each had 2. Our rookie kicker, 22 for 27 on field goals with a long of 56, and then 38 for 40 on extra points. I think I have to basically create a new coach and take over again. And the game just crashed, so that's something. So we had to create a new Brandon Satterwhite. This is the new, older, much sadder Brandon Satterwhite. And we're going to go into league settings. Can we turn coach firing off? I don't believe we can. Oh, wait, yeah, we can. Once we get into it, we probably can. Which this really sucks because I'm going to lose all of my abilities. Yes, I'm going to lose all of my abilities. All right, but we're back with the new coach. That took me like 30 minutes. I did not think it was going to work there for a second. Thankfully, we can continue with Colts franchise. It's not dead yet. Also, we're going to go over here and turn coach firing to CPU only. Can't believe I didn't do that earlier. Stupid on my part, but whatever. We went 6-10. We went 6-10 this season. We already looked at the stats. I do want to see if we got rookie season. We didn't get passing yards or passing touchdowns. Yeah, so we didn't set any like NFL records, but did we set any? So Tyler Warren last year set a record for most receptions by a rookie with 77, but we didn't get any other rookie records. Well, we tied the rookie passing touchdown record, it looks like, with Peyton Manning, so that's cool. I am going to switch up our playbooks. Offensive playbook. Actually, here, let me look and see who was good this year. All right, so we're switching up the playbooks. We went with Packers offense and Patriots defense. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but it looks like both of those teams do really well in simulation already, so hopefully that will help out with that. I know they said that playbooks don't matter as much this year, but it doesn't seem like that's actually true. So, yeah. But we're going to go ahead and go to the Super Bowl. End of the season, it's going to be the Eagles and the Bills in the Super Bowl. Let's check out the awards here. Josh Allen wins himself an MVP, and then Brian Callahan of the Titans gets Coach of the Year. Joe Burrow gets Offensive Player of the Year. Josh Downs finishes 7th. Josh Allen finishes 1st for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Bart Harvin, the receiver for the Bills. He had a phenomenal year. Yancey finishes 3rd. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Tavon Johnston, the D tackle. He had a phenomenal year, 12.5 sacks. That's awesome. Also, Hoskins finishes 4th, and then Harding and Duvall also in the top 10. Taylor finishes 4th for best running back. Downs finishes 4th for best receiver. We've got Morley and Hernandez here for best O-lineman. After the season, Josh Downs goes up to superstar. It looks like Reese ends up having star dev. Yancey is superstar. Marvin Harrison Jr. still has his X Factor for now. And then Johnston goes all the way from normal dev to superstar. Bynum jumps up to superstar, so he's probably going to move over to free safety, I figure. Harding has a star dev trait. Javarius Ward loses superstar. He goes down to star dev. And then Luke Rhodes, our long snapper, decides to retire. All right, so we have 81 million cap space. We do have guys left to re-sign. We're going to accept the option on Marvin Harrison Jr. We're going to throw a franchise tag on Quentin Nelson for this year. Zach Charbonnet wants a lot more money now, so willing to give him that much. $5 million a year for a backup running back. I'm going to pass on that. He can go to free agency. We're going to accept the option on Latu. Juju Brents is all right. I mean, if he wants to come back for that much, yeah, we'll take that. That's an all right deal. I'm going to let Jaylon Jones go. He's only 25, but he's only got normal dev. If I can get him for this for like 3 years, no, he's going to go to free agency. Okay. And then the rest of these guys, I think, can all walk. I don't really see anyone here. Maybe Ryan Kelly, 1 year, 10 mil. Why not? Yeah, bring him back for another year. That's going to be it. That's all we're going to re-sign. So we've got a lot of money to use in free agency here this year. Let's see who's here in free agency. There's DJ Reader, the D tackle. We don't need a D tackle. Honestly, a bit of a weaker free agency class here this year. Anthony Richardson's here. We could bring him back. I mean, honestly, there's not a lot we really need in free agency. Maybe another corner. Other than that, I'm feeling pretty good about the team. Maybe another linebacker, like a Sam linebacker. Other than that, like, I don't really see many spots where we have needs. We signed Deontay Banks. He's pretty good, mid-level corner. He'll give some depth. And then we got a new long snapper since our other guy retired. That's basically all I plan on doing in free agency. I mean, let's just go ahead and go to the draft because I think we have a ton of picks again this year. Okay, so we have the 6th pick, and then we have the 23rd. Those are our 2 first-round picks. There's Jared Crawford here, the left tackle. He's going to go number 1 overall. He's probably the top player in the draft, top 5 player. Have this number 6 overall pick. We might trade back, especially since the other 2 guys that I have found to be top 5 talents. So Ty Thompson, the center, is going to go at 22. And then I don't see... Oh, there's the running back, Arnold Griffin. So those are the other 2 top 5 talents. So we found 3 guys that are top 5 talented players. He's going to go number 1 overall, but we can probably scoop up Thompson and Griffin, I figure, in this draft. And then we have some other round 1 talent guys here that we would love to get if they fall, into the 2nd round. We have these 2 first-round picks. It says we should have 3. Oh, I was looking at mock draft 1. This is mock draft 5, so we have 1... We have 4, and we have 7. So we could get all 3 of those top 5 talent guys with these picks. Because Ty Thompson doesn't go till 21. These other 2 top 5 talents do go in the top 5. So we could probably take Griffin and Crawford with the 1 and the 4, and then trade the 7 down into like here to get some extra picks, and then pick up Ty Thompson. I think that's the strategy. So we'll try to get 3 guys that are top 5 talents. The first things first, we're going to use the number 1 pick on this left tackle, Jared Crawford. I mean, he looks like an absolute beast. I mean, elite speed, great jumping, elite change direction, elite agility, great acceleration, great strength. Combine and Pro Day both look amazing. A's across the board in both pass and run blocking. He's going to be a stud, and he is the number 1 player in the draft. That is awesome. Now, our next pick... We have the number 4 overall pick. Now, Jonathan Taylor's getting older. Arnold Griffin here, running back, top 5 talent, elite strength, good speed, elite jumping, still a phenomenal player. B stiff arm, B trucking, B spin move. We're going to spend the number 4 overall pick on him. He's the number 5 player in the draft. Hidden dev, 91 speed, 88 strength, 81 jump, 90 agility, 90 acceleration. Now, I want to trade the 7th pick, and we're going to try to do that real quick. All right, so we're going to trade the 7th pick to move back to 17. We're going to send the Falcons a 3rd round pick this year, a 3rd round pick next year, and a 2nd round pick 2 years from now. for their first and their second round picks next year. We're going to go ahead and go to the 17th pick and hope that that center is still there. He is. So that will be our Ryan Kelly replacement. Another really good looking offensive lineman. Looks like a stud. A grades across the board. We're going to take him, and he is going to be the number 3 player in the draft. So we got the 1, the 3, and the 5 best player in the draft. Hidden dev, 91 strength. Looks like a beast. Love to see it. Let's go to second round, where we still have a ton of picks. I think we have 2 second round picks this year. And we have the first pick of the second round. We do have a few guys here that are for sure round 1 talents, including Miles Lucas, this receiver, who ran a 4.3 40, elite speed. He's a deep threat, 6 foot out of Florida State. A spectacular catch, A run blocking, B release, B kick return, A carrying, C catching, A deep route, B awareness. Looks really, really good. He's a round 1 talent. We're going to take him. He's the number 8 player in the draft. So we've gotten 4 guys that are top 10 in this draft. Hidden dev, 98 speed, baby. So that is our third receiver. That is going to be an awesome addition to this team. Now we should probably do something with the defense, because I'm just realizing all of these picks have been all offense. And so I'd like to get something to help out the defense. Really isn't a lot here. Like, Sam Dalton might be good, but we already got a bunch of Mike linebackers. We kind of need a Sam linebacker, or we need corners. And the corners, I don't know why it is, the corners just never look that good in the draft. I mean, this guy's got poor speed. I mean, his press and man is good, but D zone, F play rec. I don't know why the corners are never good in the draft, unless you just go up and get like a stud. This guy's got good speed, elite jumping, A tackling, A catching, C man, C play rec, C awareness. He's projected day 3. Honestly, I think we move back out of this pick and move back into like the 3rd round. So this guy, I'm going to move down to 64. I'm going to pick up a 3rd and a 7th later in this draft from the Bills. Like to see that. And honestly, I'll trade this away too if I can get more picks later in this draft. See here, I can pick up a 3rd in this draft and a couple of 6th. So I think I'm going to take a shot on on Sam Dalton, the Mike linebacker I was looking at earlier. Looks like a hell of an athlete. We could probably move him over to Sam, or move at least one of our Mikes over to Sam linebacker. He's number 64. We got him at 76. He also has hidden dev trait, so that's awesome to see. We have another 3rd round pick at 96. We have some guys here. There's a left guard and a Sam linebacker. Honestly, let's take this Sam linebacker, Mike Calhoun. Let's see how he looks. Oh, number 201, we took him at 96, but he does have hidden dev trait. He's got hidden dev trait, probably just star, but whatever. And now we go all the way to the 6th round. We have this left guard here that we were looking at. Projected to go undrafted. Might as well grab him. He's the number 40 best player in the draft. He also has hidden dev trait. Oh, what another phenomenal draft. I don't even have anyone else that I've looked at, so I'm just going to sim the rest of the draft. Let's check out the draft. The left tackle we took with the number 1 overall pick is an 82 overall. Arnold Griffin, the running back, 79 overall. Ty Thompson, center, 82 overall. Miles Lucas, receiver, 77 overall. Sam Dalton is a 73 Mike linebacker with hidden dev trait. Mike Calhoun is a 66 with hidden dev trait. Howie Dickinson, 75 overall left guard with hidden dev trait. Jonathan Silva, 71 D tackle. Does he have hidden dev trait? No, he doesn't. But normal dev, 93 strength. Yeah, nose tackle archetype, so that boosts his overall a bunch. I want to see who the other top guys in this draft were, because we got most of them. We got the left tackle. We got the center. There was a guard that went 22. That was an 82 overall. We got Griffin, and then there was another guard. So there's 4 of the top 5 players in this draft were offensive linemen. Brent Booth, 78 overall receiver, went at the top of the 2nd round. There's a D tackle, another good running back, D tackle. Wes May, the left edge, 77 overall, went 8 to the Jags. So this really, like, I just want to take a look at this team now, because, I mean, this is a brand new team, basically, in just 2 years. That's going to be a little bit harder to rebuild him without all of my abilities. But yeah, Crawford, so we could probably trade Raymond, get rid of him, or just have him as backup. I don't know how expensive he is. Lucas is definitely going to be our number 3 receiver. Griffin we'll get to learn and develop behind Taylor as Taylor continues to regress. And then on defense, I mean, yeah, we've got studs. I mean, right now the team is at 87 overall, 89 offense, 85 defense. I do want to go look for some undrafted free agents. All right, so that's going to do it for episode 2, season 2 of Colts franchise. We didn't do that great last year in terms of wins. We got fired, but we drafted a whole bunch of more players. We developed guys. I think we're going to do very well with these new playbooks, hopefully. And I think we have a real shot at making the playoffs in episode 3. So I'll see y'all for that one. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave it a like as it helps out with the whole YouTube algorithm thing. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the rest of the series. And I will see you guys next time.